The most secret military project in the world. Part 1. History. An airborne aircraft carrier is a type of mothership aircraft which can carry, launch, retrieve, and support other smaller parasite aircraft. The only dedicated examples to have been built were airships, although existing heavier than air aircraft have been modified for use in similar roles. Okay, what do you think it is really? What can you guess about it? Do you think it's a ship, can fly? Or it's a bomber that can carry jet fighters? These are not the real military projects. Okay, let's talk about what is it really. In July 1917, experiments were made with aircraft slang under HM Airship No. 23 in hopes that they could defend the airship. First an unmanned, then a manned sub with camel fighters were launched successfully. The experiment was successfully completed with two other manned camels. We will talk about the modern projects too at the end of the video. In that time, the aircraft carriers in the sea were growing up too. Okay, let's talk about the next project, Akron class. During that time, the idea to use airships for carry fighters were successful. The two airships of the Akron class, Akron and Macon, were built for scouting duties for the US Navy and operational between 1931 and 1935. Following experiments with launching and recovering small aeroplanes using USS Los Angeles, the US Navy designed Akron and Macon with internal hangars able to house a number of F-9C Sparrowhawk biplane fighters. The fighters were launched and recovered using a mechanism. The fighters were launched and recovered with a special mechanism. Akron first flew on 8 August 1931 and Macon followed on 21 April 1933. The Sparrowhawk fighters became operational in September 1932. During her accident-prone 18-month term of service, the Akron served as an airborne aircraft carrier for launching and recovering F-9C Sparrowhawk fighter planes. Akron was destroyed in a thunderstorm off the coast of New Jersey on the morning of 4 April 1933, killing 73 of her 76. The B-36 Peacemaker strategic bomber was at one point after the Second World War intended to function as an airborne aircraft carrier for up to 4 McDonnell F-18-5 Goblin parasite fighters. Operational F-18-5 carrying B-36 were to have been capable of refueling and rearming their fighters in flight, while deploying and recovering them on a trapeze-like structure similar to that of the Akron and the Macon. No B-36 was ever equipped to carry the F-18-5, however, and the two prototypes only flew from a single modified B-29. This USSR project was for the Cold War, and USA has similar project too, before and after Second World War. During Second World War, USA was trying to build bombers that can carry jet fighters to attack to the Japan. Cold War started. As you know, the Cold War was a period of global geopolitical rivalry between the United States and USSR and their respective allies, the capitalist Western Bloc and Communist Eastern Bloc, which began in the aftermath of the Second World War and ended with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. For example, Boeing 747 AAC was a proposed Boeing aircraft designed to be an airborne aircraft carrier. The design of the 747 AAC had space for a crew of 44. The aircraft was designed to carry 10 Boeing Model 985-121 microfighters with the ability to launch, retrieve, rearm, and refuel. There would be a sliding deck and pressure hatches which would pressurize and depressurize during the microfighter's launch and retrieval. But the project wasn't successful. Anyway, let's talk about the modern projects. Since 2015, the United States Department of Defense has been investigating the prospect of deploying Dynetics X-61 Gremlins unmanned aerial vehicles C-130 Hercules cargo aircraft. So as you see, these military projects had started from airships and was continuing with bombers, and now the focus is on drones to launch from airplanes. Everyone saw the power of drones in new wars. The countries are trying to launch drones even from jet fighters, or even fire cruise missiles from big airplanes. After all, still in the sea we have aircraft carriers for more than 1 century, and they are not as expensive as an airborne aircraft carrier, and they are very more simple than them, and move with their fighter jets. But what about under the sea? Yes, you are right, a submarine carrier. If you like to know about these real amazing submarines, don't miss our next video. Thank you very much for watching until the end. Please tell us your opinions about the video in comments, and don't forget to subscribe us. See you next time.